Good morning, fellow Nighthawks. My name is Maddie Lindell, and I am a senior here at the University of North Georgia. I plan to graduate fall of 2025, and I am a communications major. My home campus is in Dahlonega, and I'm very proud to serve as the Senate Chair of the Student Government Association, the President of the Gainesville Campus Lambda Pi Eta Communications Honor Society, and as a social media ambassador. During my time here, I have seen the dreams and the achievements of the strategic big bets, the President's Reveille, and now the moonshots. In today's State of the University address, I am so excited to see what's next for the University of North Georgia. Please join me in welcoming your 21st President, Dr. Michael Shannon.
Thank you, Maddie. Great job. Wasn't she fantastic? Good morning. Good morning, Nighthawks. Thank you for that very kind introduction, and so fired up about where you're headed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome our senior leadership team, our great leaders in our cabinet that are all around the room. Would you give them a round of applause? Today I stand before you filled with excitement and optimism about the future of the University of North Georgia. Just over a year ago when we arrived, I saw the amazing work happening across our incredible 5 campuses, the incredible power of 5 of the University of North Georgia. I met talented and motivated students like the one you just heard from. I met superb faculty. And as we talked, I heard the passion in everyone's voice, in everyone that I encountered. It was inspiring. It was infectious. And immediately, I recognized that the strength of the University of North Georgia is our 5 campuses coupled with our demonstrated excellence. In my first 60 days, I spent a lot of time listening and learning. It was in these moments that I began to take account of our strengths, our excellence, and our assets. What became extraordinarily clear to me in those moments is that this university is an incredibly special place. And, ladies and gentlemen, we have very clear strategic opportunities. From those first days, what resonated the loudest is the unwavering commitment of this community to our students. And so immediately, we made a commitment to a shared value: students first, always. We then embarked on an entire strategy focused on it. A strategy developed by leaders from across our team, both faculty, staff, and students. A strategy centered around 4 interconnected pillars: academic achievement, sense of purpose, well-being, and belonging and engagement. We then launched a whole new organization to execute this strategy: student engagement and success. Now, almost a year later, we are starting to see measurable progress. Ladies and gentlemen, our students are engaged now than they have been, more and more than they have been over the last several years. They are leaning in, they're excelling, and I'm so proud of our entire community in stepping up and leaning into this work. In these early days, we continue to strengthen our base by building strategy and new organizations to execute it, including strategic enrollment management, strategic communications and marketing, the Cadet Leadership Academy, a new unit dedicated to service excellence, and a new Chief Operating Officer, Chief Financial Officer construct to take our business and finance unit into our strategy. We also considered our strengths and our excellence and amplified our well-established 2022 strategic plan by making 7 strategic big bets grounded in calling, differentiation, and relevance. Our vision, our picture of a preferred future became very clear. We see the University of North Georgia becoming the most innovative, dynamic, legacy-making university in America. We made a commitment to curating and building a disruptive, innovative university, a university that will make a difference, a university that works tirelessly to get every student to the finish line, with the outcome of our work being building trailblazers, not test takers. And for the past year, our direction is clear. Bold forward, running into our calling continues to serve as our lodestar. And as I noted during my investiture address just 1 year ago, in September of 1962, in Houston, Texas, President Kennedy made this mindset shift crystal clear in his "We Choose to Go to the Moon" address. And this is what he said: "We choose to go to the moon. We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and our skills. Because that challenge is one that we are willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too." Ladies and gentlemen, President Kennedy's moonshot challenged us as a nation to come together with adaptability, with flexibility, with creativity, with resilience and daring, to do hard things, not because they are easy, but as he said, because they are hard. With this momentum and some outstanding work by several teams of teams, the bold forward strategic big bet strategies began to emerge. We framed our work by making several moonshots. And this summer, just a few months ago, we gathered for Reveille, our wake-up call to reimagine higher education. We declared that after 388 years, higher education is showing its age. And it's time to build a university that's never existed before. And I'm thrilled to report today, ladies and gentlemen, that we are already making significant strides towards that vision. Our new positioning statement asks, what comes next? This question embodies the spirit of exploration and growth that has always defined the University of North Georgia. We're not just preparing our students for jobs, we're empowering our students to discover their passions, to find their voices. And ultimately, ladies and gentlemen, we are equipping every one of our students to walk toward their purpose. We are delivering value. We are innovating. We are disrupting. We are daring to provide a curriculum and college experience suited to the challenges that students will face tomorrow, not the challenges of yesterday. In other words, we're approaching this like a 151-year-old startup. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm proud to report it's resonating. How do I know? Well, there are several metrics that can tell the story of a university that is thriving. But to me, one of the most important is enrollment. After 7 consecutive years of declining enrollment, and we're going to celebrate here in a minute, I am thrilled to announce that the University of North Georgia has not only halted this trend, but reversed it dramatically. This fall, our university has achieved a remarkable 6.7% increase in enrollment, a testament to the effectiveness of our strategic initiatives, our unwavering dedication to the power of our 5-campus community, and the commitment of our amazing UNG team, staff and faculty who have come together to reach higher and deliver these amazing results. Ladies and gentlemen, will you join me in celebrating this remarkable achievement? This growth is particularly significant given the national narrative questioning the value of higher education. At every turn, we are defying these external doubts and reaffirming the enduring importance of going to college. of doing hard things. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The value of college is to demonstrate to the marketplace that a student and a graduate can do hard things. They can be accountable, and they can show up in the marketplace, and they can deliver. Ladies and gentlemen, enrollment is up here in Gainesville, 4.6%. Oconee continues to deliver at scale with just under 2,400 students this fall. And Cumming is up over 12.5% in enrollment. We also welcomed the largest freshman class in the 151-year history of the University of North Georgia, with just under 4,200 students. Think about that in the marketplace that we're in today. And we have the largest number of students living in our residence halls than we ever had in our 151-year history. Ladies and gentlemen, our university is growing. Our dual enrollment program has seen unprecedented growth, up 30%, with more high school students than ever before recognizing the value of getting a hard start or a head start on their college education. The Corps of Cadets, for 151 years, a cornerstone of our institution's identity, has welcomed its largest class in 7 years, reflecting a 6.2% increase over last year, putting us well on our way to meeting our moonshot of growing the Corps to 1,000 cadets. Additionally, our newly launched Cadet Leadership Preparatory Program right here on our Gainesville campus has an inaugural class of 18 cadet candidates from 5 states: Georgia, Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Florida, and Tennessee. Keep in mind, this program alone is larger than some ROTC programs in colleges and universities across the country. CLPP is already showing promise in cultivating future leaders and is laying the groundwork to reach students who wouldn't have access to this life-changing experience, like the ones you see on the screen. The program prepares these students with essential academic support here in Gainesville during their freshman year, leading them to a transition into our Corps of Cadets in Dahlonega as sophomores. And ladies and gentlemen, just don't take my word for it. Here's a small sample of some feedback from one of these amazing students, and I quote, "CLPP gave me a chance to go to college and the opportunity to eventually commission in the United States Army. Without the prep program, I would not have an opportunity to do something like this. I am so thankful for the CLPP." Every one of these students, ladies and gentlemen, has an interest in serving. And today, through this program and so many others, we are reaching more students than ever before. Our graduate programs are experiencing a surge in enrollment, up over 16%. Ladies and gentlemen, we have nearly 1,000 students in our graduate school. This is a remarkable accomplishment and demonstrates that professionals increasingly see the value of advancing their education here at North Georgia. These achievements across various segments of our student body, from high school dual enrollment to new freshmen to undergraduate cadets to graduate students, paint a clear picture. Our strategy is working. We are not just adapting to the changing landscape of higher education. Ladies and gentlemen, we are defining the future of higher education. Our university is thriving, and we are creating an environment where our students are excelling. Yes, our strategy is working, and we are setting the conditions for a university that doesn't exist yet. And more evidence of this is our continued success in philanthropy. I am thrilled to report that our philanthropic efforts have reached unprecedented heights, serving as another strong indicator of our university's success and bright future. Today, North Georgia is positioned to grow like never before. In the past 4 years, we have seen a remarkable 376% increase in overall giving. From fiscal year 2010 through 2013, listen to this, UNG raised a combined total of $9.8 million. In the last 4 years, UNG raised $47 million. Yeah, thank you. This represents the best stretch in our history. This extraordinary generosity from our alumni, from our friends, and from our partners is a resounding vote of confidence in our mission and in our vision. The total assets of the UNG Foundation have doubled. We say that again, have doubled in the last 7 years. From $60 million 7 years ago to today, over $120 million. That's exciting. More important than the size of our assets being held, in that same time, the UNG Foundation has invested more than $70 million back into UNG for scholarships, for programs, for facilities. In fact, the UNG Foundation has put more into UNG in the last 7 years. Listen to this. They have put more into UNG in the last 7 years than total assets they had 7 years ago. Think about that. It's game-changing. That doesn't happen without the generosity and commitment of so many alumni, so many friends, and so many partners. What's particularly noteworthy is the breadth of support we've received. While we've secured several transformational gifts exceeding $1 million, we've also seen a significant uptick in participation from our broader donor base. The number of UNG alumni giving back to UNG has increased by 18% in that same time frame. At a time when most institutions of higher education are seeing a dramatic decline in alumni giving. Those are the facts, folks. Most universities are seeing alumni giving go down. We're seeing it go up by over 18%. Clearly, this demonstrates the enduring connection our graduates feel here to the University of North Georgia. Our donors have made maybe their greatest impact when it comes to direct support for our students through scholarships. In the last 8 years, we've gone from 290 scholarship funds to today, 470 scholarship funds, with an increase in endowed funds from 195 to 274. Listen to this. In 2017, 1,200 students were served and received a total of $1.7 million in private scholarships from the UNG Foundation. Last year, almost 3,300 students received nearly $3.7 million in scholarships from the UNG Foundation. Not only are the lives of our students who receive these scholarships changed, these students go on to be scientists and nurses and teachers and artists and business leaders and innovators and lieutenants. What an impact they are going to have and are having on our communities and on our world. You cannot place a value on the compound effect of philanthropy on the mission and work of the University of North Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, what I have learned is donors want to invest in something they believe in. They want to invest in a winner. Our university and our unmatched success create that opportunity. Since 1991, listen to this, since 1991, the number of recognized 501c3 nonprofits in America has tripled, increasing from 550,000 to a little over 1.5 million today. Ladies and gentlemen, people have unprecedented options on where to invest, and more they are investing in the University of North Georgia because we are offering a value proposition worthy of their investment. This widespread support is not just about numbers, it's a clear indication that our community believes in the value and impact of our university. Our philanthropic success is positioning us for even greater growth and impact. The Cottrell Center, the Convocation Center, the Wynne Matthews Military Science Center are recent examples of facilities projects only made possible by philanthropy. Passionate donors coming forward to invest in something they value and they believe in. Ladies and gentlemen, philanthropic funds are delivering impact across numerous strategic areas on all 5 of our campuses. Philanthropy is meeting needs, and I am grateful for the leadership and support of the UNG Foundation Board of Trustees, affording us the use of unrestricted funds to support multiple scholarships for our students, dual enrolled students, students in need, closing gaps when they have emergencies and they need to pay for childcare, or they need to buy their books, or they just need a few bucks to be able to register for classes. The foundation is stepping up and they are delivering. Ladies and gentlemen, philanthropy is a differentiator. Philanthropy matters, and philanthropy delivers. This philanthropic success is pointing us to even greater growth and greater impact. Thanks to these generous contributions, we're launching innovative new programs, expanding student scholarships, and enhancing our capabilities to deliver at scale. Let's reflect on 2 newly launched signature strategies and initiatives to deliver to our students and our stakeholders like we never have before. First, our newly established Institute for Peak Performance. The IPP is already fostering groundbreaking collaborations between our students, our athletes, and our cadets. Through this effort, we have embarked on a journey to set the conditions for the University of North Georgia's Institute for Peak Performance to become the national leader in human performance, America's human performance makerspace. The future of peak human performance crosses through the University of North Georgia. As we look forward, the strong foundation of support the IPP will enable us to continue to defy expectations, expand our reach, and solidify our position as the nationally recognized leader in healthcare and peak human performance. Second is the recent launch just this past week of the University of North Georgia Leadership Foundry. Ladies and gentlemen, leadership is our greatest differentiator, and it's the core value of UNG. It is our secret weapon. We are all leaders, students, faculty, staff, every single one of us. Leadership is not theoretical. It is mastered through forging. With leadership competencies as our unifying thread, we made a moonshot to launch this Leadership Foundry to coordinate the delivery of a signature leadership experience for every student on every campus, with full implementation by the fall of 2027. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot be more excited about this work and about this initiative. The trust demonstrated by these 2 signature commitments tells a powerful story about the enduring value and transformative power of our university. This is only the beginning. Through our strategy, we have made bold commitments to workforce development, the fine arts and entertainment, STEM, national security, intercollegiate athletics, the core of the future. 3 legacy-making strategies focused on first-gen students, Hispanic students, veteran students, and a commitment to lifelong learning through our new Evergreen Scholars effort. Our campuses, representing the power of 5, continue to set the conditions for our impact. This summer, we cut the ribbon on the 27,000 square foot expansion on our coming campus, allowing us for the first time in the history of that campus to deliver bachelor's programs in nursing, in business administration, in computer science, in education, and in international affairs. In Blue Ridge, Building 2, David E. Ralston Hall is literally coming out of the ground, and that's a picture from this morning. A 22,000 square foot building, which is set to open late next summer. This will position us to deliver for the first time to that community bachelor's programs in nursing, in education, and two-year programs in areas of agriculture. Ladies and gentlemen, these are all massive needs for the communities we serve in Blue Ridge, Fannin, Gilmer, Union, and all of the surrounding counties. Here in Gainesville, we are increasing our commitments to the arts, to STEM, and to poultry science. We are positioning this campus to be the epicenter for growth and economic development in the greater Gainesville region. Imagine the collision, ladies and gentlemen, of the arts, STEM, innovation, business, education, the humanities, with the amazing features of this campus, the outdoors, and with athletics. We are incredibly excited about the next steps for this campus, and stay tuned because it is just around the corner. We are also incredibly excited and optimistic for the opportunities for growth on our Oconee campus. And now we are working through a strategy to significantly grow the impact we have in that part of the state. Ladies and gentlemen, the trajectory of our campuses is nothing but exciting, and over the next several years, we are going to make an impact like we never have before. Early on, during our listening sessions, we heard loud and clear some of the challenges that cause frustration, that cause distractions, and literally was holding us back. And after some looking and some listening, we found that service excellence was the root cause. So we made this a priority. We created a new unit. We got to work and committed to a new strategy and approach to service excellence. And so I am excited to invite you to join me on November 13th as we continue to gather together and work this together. Ladies and gentlemen, every single one of us delivers customer service every day. And so join us here for this great opportunity to serve. When I reflect on the transformative power of North Georgia, we must recognize one of our most highly recognized programs, the Corps of Cadets. The Corps not only shapes leaders for the United States Army, but also for our communities, exemplifying the values of service and excellence that define the University of North Georgia. A shining example of this impact is UNG's direct service to our state through the Georgia National Guard. Ladies and gentlemen, today, over half of the officers in the Georgia Army National Guard graduated from the University of North Georgia and our Corps of Cadets. The two current most senior leaders, the Adjutant General and the Assistant Adjutant General Army for the Georgia National Guard, are both UNG Corps of Cadets alumni. The bottom line, folks, graduates of our Corps of Cadets serve every one of us. They serve Georgia. You may ask, is this really impactful? Watch this. Lieutenant Colonel Craig Henderson, whose journey from University of North Georgia cadet to a key leader in the Georgia Army National Guard demonstrates the far-reaching influence of our Corps cadets. Lieutenant Colonel Henderson, UNG class of 2007 and a biology major, commands the 177th Brigade Engineer Battalion of the Georgia Army National Guard. His journey from the Corps of Cadets to his current role is a testament to the leadership skills and sense of duty instilled by us here at UNG. As a cadet, Henderson developed this foundation that would later see him deploy to Iraq during the invasion, and subsequently take on critical roles in state emergency response efforts. Henderson's leadership has been pivotal over the past several months in Georgia National Guard's recent response. During Operation Yellow Wood in the aftermath of Hurricane Debbie, he led his battalion's operations across southeast Georgia. Under his command, the battalion executed over 140 route reconnaissance and clearance missions, providing crucial support to multiple counties. His expertise in coordinating with local and state governmental entities proved invaluable in this crisis. Even more impressive was Henderson's leadership just a few weeks ago during Operation Patriot Pine in the aftermath of Hurricane Helene. For over 13 days, he guided his battalion's efforts across 7 counties, emerging as the most efficient unit in the Georgia Army National Guard. Under his direction, the battalion cleared over 470 miles of roads in southwest Georgia, a feat that was critical to enable law enforcement and emergency services and food to be restored to the affected communities. And I'm going to share this quote again. You saw it at the beginning of video. Here's what Craig said, reflecting on his time at Hazelhurst. It looked like a bomb went off. People were very emotional. There was no way to move. There were trees everywhere. No food or water. It was a desperate situation. Lieutenant Colonel Henderson's achievements underscore the vital role UNG's Corps Cadets play in developing leaders who are prepared to serve at the highest levels across our communities, both in the military and in civilian roles. His ability to lead effectively and adapt in higher pressure situations, to coordinate complex operations, and serve communities in times of dire need is a direct reflection of the values and skills instilled in him during his time here at North Georgia. As we continue to nurture future leaders through our Corps of Cadets program, we can look to exemplars like Lieutenant Colonel Henderson as a reminder of the profound impact of our graduates and our university on the safety, security, and well-being of our communities right here in Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, would you give Colonel Henderson a round of applause? As we continue to showcase our excellence, I would like to recognize and celebrate 2023 and 2024 academic year as the best season in the history of North Georgia athletics. Ladies and gentlemen, Nighthawk Nation is on fire. Ready for this? 2 regular season conference championships, 3 conference tournament championships, 7 team NCAA postseason appearances, 1 Elite 8 appearance, 1 Final Four appearance, 1 national championship appearance, 43 academic All-Americans, 12 All-Americans, 18 All-Region selections, 45 All-Conference selections, 3 Players of the Year, 7 Coaches of the Year, and the Peach Belt Commissioner's Cup, all while our student athletes maintained a GPA of 3.3. Will you give it up for our student athletes? We competed at the highest level of Division II and finished the highest we ever had in the Learfield Cup standings. Region tournament in women's soccer, super regional in softball, Elite Eight in men's basketball, Final Four in women's tennis, and the national championship appearance by our men's golf team. Our Nighthawks delivered. What a season. And ladies and gentlemen, we are only just getting started. We are setting the conditions to become the best NCAA Division II athletic program in America. Let's give it up again for Nighthawk Nation. Now, as I reflect on the transformative power of UNG, I am reminded of our exceptional faculty. Ladies and gentlemen, across our 5 campuses, we are fortunate to have world-class educators who create an environment where our students can truly thrive. Their dedication and expertise are the bedrock of our university's success. Make no mistake about it, our faculty are our bedrock. This success is anchored in the guiding principles of our strategy: calling, differentiation, and relevance. Our faculty embody these principles every day, creating the conditions for active learning in our classrooms and creating experiential opportunities around the globe. They empower our students to seize opportunities that maximize their educational experience and create the conditions for them to walk toward their purpose. The impact of our faculty extends far beyond our classrooms. And I want to consider just a few examples and celebrate with us together. Dr. Kendi Adizir leads archaeological fieldwork in the Santee Delta of South Carolina, providing students with hands-on research experience almost every summer. Our counseling, physical therapy, and nursing programs have achieved 100% job placement. 100%. Directly meeting critical community needs. Faculty-led summer programs in cybersecurity, supply chain logistics, and national intelligence are preparing high school students for the challenges tomorrow. Just like a young alum I met last week who works at the State Department, who literally had just gotten off the plane from Tel Aviv, one of our young alum serving in the Middle East in this time. 3 of our distinguished music faculty members recently performed at Carnegie Hall. Carnegie Hall. Where we showcase UNG's artistic excellence on one of the world's most renowned stages. Our faculty's global impact is evident in the recent Fulbright Hayes Award received by Lorraine Ramirez Villaran for work in Colombia, from Winifred for her work in Taiwan, and from Brent from his work also in Taiwan. This fall we had a record, listen to this, and the provost is fired up about this one. We had a record 52 students submit travel grant requests to present their undergraduate research at conferences. 52. And 20 mini grants for new research projects. Ladies and gentlemen, these undergraduate research projects are only made possible by faculty who invest their time in mentoring and working with our amazing students. So ladies and gentlemen, would you just celebrate all of those amazing accomplishments? But perhaps one of the most inspiring stories that comes from our faculty who go above and beyond in their commitment to our students and our community is one of our teammates and colleagues, Maria Jose Maguire. Maria is a Spanish faculty member from our Cumming campus. She teaches multiple sections of introductory Spanish and is deeply involved in teams and committees across our university. Listen to this: Hispanic initiatives, Faculty Senate, Live Well UNG, Latinx Graduation Committee. She's a mentor in our first generation mentorship program. She is a mentor in our Abecas program. She is an active participant in biweekly Spanish extracurricular activities. And she is an amazing faculty mentor in our Department of Modern Languages. But that's not all. She and Brian Maloney, one of our faculty colleagues from the Department of Physical Therapy, and others have put on the bilingual health fair, Hispanic health fair, here on our Gainesville campus the last 2 springs. This is all for the community, and this is all on their own initiative. She also has a whole set of outside the classroom enrichment experiences for our students, for Day of the Dead, and for Hispanic Heritage Month. These are incredibly well done and huge, huge hits with our students. And again, she does this all on her own time, all extra. MJ's story is just one of the examples of the dedication and innovation that characterize our faculty. Recently, I talked to MJ, and she shared these words which resonate with the core of our mission. Here are MJ's words. What I enjoy the most is teaching and service. I want my students to be excited about learning languages, and to let them know I care about their learning, even when we're all tired mid-semester. That means I must also keep up in my field, seek guidance from my department chair, and learn and grow from all my colleagues. I also enjoy giving back through community integrative education. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in welcoming and celebrating today our great colleague and teammate, Maria Jose McGuire. Maria, stand up so we can celebrate you. Thank you, MJ. MJ or Maria Jose, just so you're all tracking here. You exemplify what's possible when we embrace the spirit of what comes next. Your commitment to student-centered learning and real-world impact is a testament to the strength of all of our faculty across this university. MJ, you are North Georgia, and we celebrate you. Another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, it's because of dedicated educators like MJ that our students are empowered to achieve remarkable things. And now let me share with you one of the most inspiring stories I've heard since I came here to serve last year, the story and journey of Keita Swan. Keita is a 38-year-old nursing student on our Oconee campus, and her story exemplifies the non-traditional paths many of our students take. She's a mother of 4. She's married to an amazing man, a Clark County Sheriff's deputy. And she is returning back to education after nearly 2 decades. Keita's journey is particularly poignant because her mother, also a nurse, was tragically killed by a drunk driver when Keita was just 2 years old. Before her passing, her mom spoke into existence her dream of Keita becoming a nurse. And ladies and gentlemen, today it's a vision that Keita is fulfilling. When I spoke to Keita recently, she shared what makes her most proud. Here's what she shared with me. Being out of school almost 20 years, I am most proud of the fact that I had the courage to go back to school and not give up on my dream of becoming a nurse. Remembering my why is what keeps me going. Keita also expressed, ladies and gentlemen, her appreciation for the University of North Georgia. This is what she shared with me. The support from my professors and administrators. When tragedy struck our town, they rallied around me, offering counseling and resources. This is why I'm grateful to call UNG my school and my family. Ladies and gentlemen, Keita's son, who is with us today, is a student from Appalachia High School. Keita and her amazing husband, Controllus, have 4 amazing children. Their oldest, Kitavius, is a U.S. Army soldier serving today in Alaska, where it's nice and cold and there are a lot of moose. Their daughter, Kanaya, is a sophomore at Savannah State University studying to be an English teacher. Their son, Controllus Jr., is a senior at Appalachia High School and a starting running back on the football team. And their little darling baby, Kendra Maya, is a fourth grader and an inspiring gymnast, and she is a spunky young lady. I just want y'all to know. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please give a warm North Georgia celebration to the work and the vision and the mission and the dedication of Keita Swan. Keita, stand up. Let us celebrate you. Proud of you. Proud of you, buddy. Proud of you, Pop. What an amazing family. If you haven't met them, you need to come say hi. Thank you, Keita. You are the reason this university exists. You're why we're here. You're why we come to work every day and do what we do. We are so proud of you and all that you're doing and your struggle, but you're turning your struggle into such great celebration, and we're so proud of you. You're going to change the world. I want you to be my nurse. Keita, you are North Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for Keita. So as we celebrate the achievements and accomplishments of our faculty and our students, it's equally important to recognize the impact of our alumni in our community. Today, I'd like to spotlight two remarkable graduates who embody the spirit of UNG and are making significant contributions in our communities. And by the way, when I met these alum and Keita, I had met them separately. Wait till you hear this story. Tanner Good is a 2019 graduate from Sharpsburg, Georgia, and he exemplifies the dedication and service that UNG instills in its students. As a criminal justice major and a member of the first graduating class of our post-Public Safety Academy, and I'm honored to have Butch Newkirk here with us today. Thank you, Butch. Tanner has taken his UNG experience and transformed it into a meaningful career in law enforcement. After working while he was a student here at Amalacola Falls and serving here with the UNG Department of Public Safety, he now protects and serves as a member of the Barrow County Sheriff's Department and serves as a school resource officer. His courage and quick thinking were evident during the recent shooting in Appalachia High School. On that tragic day, Tanner was the third officer in that building and on the scene. He quickly coordinated first responders entering the building and worked rapidly to secure the building, ensuring the safety of students and staff on that harrowing day. Just last week, for his work, Tanner's exceptional service was recognized nationally when he was named School Resource Officer of the Month by the National Association of School Resource Officers. When I visited Tanner and asked about his journey, he shared, and I quote, "My health and faith have grown exponentially over the last 10 months. Both have helped me in my career as well as in my personal life through relationships as a husband and friend, through positivity, and through my mental health." And he also expressed deep gratitude for the University of North Georgia, particularly for, and I quote, "the positive influence of my faculty instructors from academics and in the Public Safety Academy. Their knowledge and life experiences help prepare me for adulthood and the side of policing you don't see in PowerPoint presentations or in textbooks." But wait, there's more. Alongside Tanner's story of success is that of his wife, Rebecca, another shining example of UNG's impact. A 2019 graduate in art education from Lilburn, Rebecca has taken her passion for art and education to George Walton Academy in Monroe, where today she serves as an art teacher and a coordinator of the art program. Her dedication and innovative approach to art education recently earned her the prestigious 2024 Youth Art Month Teacher of the Year Award. Together, Tanner and Rebecca, who met during their time in Dahlonega, represent the diverse talents, commitments to service, and strong values that UNG nurtures in our students. These alumni stories remind us of the far-reaching impact of a UNG education and the importance of the connections formed on our campuses. This is why our three bold, distinctive themes matter. The community is our classroom, the power of five, and our distinctive value, and they are foundational to who we are. We are blessed to have Tanner and Rebecca with us here today. Come on, Nighthawks. Join me in a round of applause for these great alum. By the way, I had no idea of this connection. Tanner, Rebecca, so proud of you, all that you do to serve you, our North Georgia. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause for these great people. These stories are just a glimpse of what's possible when we embrace the spirit of what comes next. They showcase our commitment to student-centered learning, to leadership development, and to real-world impact. We are building a university that's agile, innovative, and deeply connected to the needs of our students and our society. A university grounded in calling, differentiation, and relevance. Ladies and gentlemen, we are taking this university to the moon. But in order to get to the moon, launch windows are critical. If the spacecraft intends to rendezvous with the moon, the launch must be carefully timed so that orbits overlap at some point in the future. Miss the window, and the mission falls and fails before it begins. As I've shared before, ladies and gentlemen, we're running out of time. Our launch window is open. The average human life is 4,161 weeks long. 4,161 weeks. As author Oliver Berkman once said, and I quote, "The average human lifespan is absurdly, terrifyingly, insultingly short." But that isn't a reason for unremitting despair, he said, or for living in an anxiety-fueled panic about making the most of your limited time. It's a cause for relief. We get to roll up our sleeves and start to work on what's gloriously possible instead. Ladies and gentlemen, awakening the future of higher education is about seizing a unique moment in time. Today's students are tomorrow's innovators, tomorrow's leaders, and tomorrow's problem solvers. Global challenges are accelerating and demanding educated minds to tackle them. The pace of technological change means that we must act now to prepare students for tomorrow. And ladies and gentlemen, I firmly believe that the greatest challenge in the information age is not technology, but it's the compression of time. Our students need to be able to respond to these dynamics in a very significant way. Before I go, I want to circle back to the picture of a university that doesn't exist. Three bold, distinctive themes: community is a classroom, power of five, and our distinctive value. 7 daring strategic big bets, a commitment to legacy making, and several moonshots. Today, I'm announcing the launch of a strategy portal, which will be the single repository for tracking our strategy, our plans, our status, and our success in delivering on our vision. The most innovative, dynamic, legacy-making university in America. A university that doesn't exist yet. Please use this QR code to go to our new portal to deep dive and hop on board for our trip to the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, this portal is going to change daily, so you need to go back and check. This is your single place to go to get on board our rocket ship to the moon. Please join us. So now, buckle up. The countdown is on. We're here to inspire students to do hard things. We're here to build the most innovative, dynamic, legacy-making university in America. We are here to build a university that doesn't exist. We are here to equip our students to reach for the moon and beyond, just as America has always done. Let us once again be inspired by the words of President Kennedy, and I quote, "Some would have us to stay where we are a little longer, to rest, to wait." If this capsuled history of our progress teaches us anything, it is that man, in his quest for knowledge and progress, is determined and cannot be deterred. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you are now convinced that the state of the University of North Georgia is stronger than ever before. So now I ask you, what comes next? A relentless commitment to students first, always, through student success, retention, and graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, we will lead and we will deliver on our commitment to get our students to graduation. We will focus on recruitment, committed to growing at a steady, impactful rate to serve our nation, our state, and our region. We will ensure we accomplish service excellence in everything we do for our students, for our teammates, and for our community. We will leverage our unfair advantage in everything we do here. The power of five, the community is our classroom, and our distinctive value. We will change the trajectory of higher education by delivering a disruptive value proposition. And finally, we will go boldly forward and run into our calling by curating a university that doesn't exist yet. In closing, I want to emphasize something really important. This journey is one we are on together. Faculty, staff, students, alumni, and community partners, we all play a crucial role in shaping the future of the University of North Georgia. As we continue to ask, what comes next? Let us do so with courage, with creativity, and a commitment to excellence. If you recall the slinky metaphor that I used at Reveille, and many of you got one of these, it serves as a reminder that what we're made of matters, and that we are resilient, and that we're flexible, and that we're versatile, and that we're bold, and we can go anywhere and do anything. So I challenge you today, adopt this slinky mindset. The world is. Stay flexible. Stay adaptive. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on an exciting journey. Together, we're just not adopting or adapting to the future. We are defining it. In fact, we are building a university that doesn't exist right here in North Georgia. I'm grateful for each one of you. Thank you so much for being with us today. And I am so excited about what comes next here at this amazing university. Go Nighthawks. Have a great day.